Hello, and welcome to StatSafe Tips and Tricks. Today, we'd like to talk about adding inventory into your StatSafe. So, you'll begin by choosing your StatSafe from within the portal. And today, I'm going to look at adding an item into the Phoenix LTC inventory. I'm going to open up my inventory tab. And just as a quick overview, everything that is yellow needs to be received within the cart. Everything that is red needs to be replenished, and everything that is blue is something that has been marked for removal. All of the items that are in white or don't have any color, those are all items that are active within the cart. So I'm going to add a new item to the inventory of this cart today. I'm going to select Add, and you can search by many different things. The cart tracks everything it knows by the first 9 digits of the NDC of any item you are putting in there. So you can use the Find button to search items by NDC. So I have the NDC of my item. It is Tylenol 325, and I'm going to add this item to the cart. So I do have some error messages, and we'll get all those corrected here in just a minute. But I'm putting Tylenol 325. It's an acetaminophen. The lot number, I'm going to enter the lot number of my packaging. And you'll see my current quantity is 1. This is where you will change to the amount of the item that you want to send. So I am going to send 25 of these acetaminophens. I'm going to put the manufacturer's name into the system. And then my reorder at is my par level. When this item gets down to 5, I want the system to tell me to place another order. So to fill the item, I've searched my NDC. I have found the item within the drug library. I have my name, my secondary name. The amount I am sending is 25. It expires 1 year from the date that you fill it. You are welcome to change this date to the actual expiration date or another date, but the system sets it for 1 year out. You can also adjust the manufacturer's expiration date down here. Reorder at is your par. Now, max quantity is an option that is available. It's meant for places where if you can only have a maximum number of certain items within your facility, that you can put it there. Or let's say you only want to have 25 of these in the facility total. If I set the max quantity at 25, if a pharmacist or a technician tries to replenish it and add more than 25 total within the cart, then it will stop them from adding any additional. It will tell them how many they can add. This is optional, and in this case, I'm going to leave it at 0. Use 11-digit NDC for par is also optional. We do recommend that you use it for all IV items, since many of them share NDCs. But as I mentioned, the cart reads everything from the first 9 digits of the NDC. If you have an item that shares the first 9 digits with another item, you can check off this use 11-digit NDC for par, and the system will read all 11 digits. All items are automatically marked as non-returnable. If you were to check off this returnable button, it means that it is something that if they pull it and they don't need it, then they could return it to the cart. If you don't want them returning it without permission from the pharmacy, just leave that unchecked, and then they won't be able to return the item in inventory if it's pulled and not needed. The final thing that we are going to do is we are going to select a location. So I check on the no location selected. I have a drop-down menu here, and it will show me all of my locations. And I can look in my drawers, and I can actually see what is in them. So in this case, I do have other products similar to this one in this location. This is drawer 1 in section A. There is space available here. And if I go back, I can see that when I look at the drop down, it tells me that drawer 1, section A, there are 8 of 30 items loaded, which means that there is room for 30 items with my packaging within this location. And I have 8 items currently loaded. So I can select this area. There's room left and I can hit save. And now it will be in drawer 1, section A. I'm going to hit save. And now I have added that item to the cart and it will be here in yellow waiting to be received into the cart. Now, I'm going to add another item, and you can also search in other methods. I can search using the first 3 letters of an item's name, and I can use 3 digits of its string. So if you're looking for a certain item, you can use part of the numbers or part of the name of that item. I'm going to hit search. And you see that I have 2 different indices available for an Advair 250/50 discus. This is the indice that we use. So I'm going to choose this one. Now I'm going to talk about the refill multiplier with this. When you have items that are big and are meant to be taken out in one dose, IV bags, Advairs, albuterols, EpiPens, things that come in single dose units or single package units. I'm going to add my lot number. It shows my NDC. I'll put the manufacturer name in here. And now we have the refill multiplier available. And what this means is I'm going to leave my current quantity as 1, and that is what they will actually pull for the patient at the facility. But I'm going to set a refill multiplier of 4. So this means that it's going to print me 4 different labels. And those 4 different labels will each go on an individual package. So each box of Advair will get its own unique pin and its own unique label, so that when the first one is removed and is dispensed to the patient, all of the other ones still have a label and are available to be removed. I'm going to set my par for this item at 2, so that whenever it gets down to 2, it'll ask me to replenish them, and I'm going to set my maximum quantity at 6. I don't want to have more than 6 of these in the cart at any one time. I now need to select a location for these. I can use my drop down. I can look at different drawers and locations. I don't want to put it in this location. Let me see what's in another location. So if I look at this location, I have found my other Advairs and albuterols. So I've got like items in this drawer. I'm going to hit save. And now I have this item added, and I can add it to the cart. So I've now hit save, and you can see that there are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different new cards created for this Advair. And if I go in and I print the labels and I print all unprinted, it will print me 5 different labels, and I'll put an individual label on each box. One key training whenever you're using the refill multiplier is, since they each have their own serial ID, 1C-120, 1C-121, and they will each have their own unique pin within the cart, then when the nurses count these items when they're pulling them, the count is only 1. Even though there are currently multiple of this item within the cart, when they go to pull it or when they go to receive it, they're only receiving 1. And you count by the serial ID number, not by the total number of the items in the cart. But this is how you can quickly add and create items and create new inventory within your StatSafe. So once these are received, they will show up in the cart, and you will see that we do already have, you can sort everything alphabetically by serial ID. And so this will now become new inventory within the cart, as we did not have any current Advair within the cart. If you have any questions about how to add or create or manage your inventory by NDCs, serial IDs, or using the refill multiplier, please call us in tech support. We're more than glad to assist you.